With that said, that takes me to the point which is very important here. If you have that mindset of change, when I'm talking about career, and let's take your example, you have moved from, let's say, local company to an international company. What did you do to make yourself stand out?
Communicate. I communicated with people. I used to take part in all the activities.
Okay.
Used to give my opinion, voice myself out. Obviously, I want to say something, I have to say it. And this is, again, because I've worked with Westerners quite a lot as well, this is what I've learned from them. If you want to say something, say it. Don't hold your back. And obviously, I was very lucky that all my managers pushed me. This is him, and he's doing it as well. If you want to stand out, you need to be prominent. You need to show yourself, and you need to take part in the discussions. And obviously, put your point of view forward as well. Don't be scared. I've been sitting with CEOs and all these things. I always put my point forward, that this is what I believe is the right way of doing things. I might be wrong. I might learn from them as well, because they are there for a certain reason. They have been onto that position for a certain reason. They might have worked out a little bit, more than people as well. And I believe, my wife always says, there is always one good thing in anybody. Take that one thing out and work on that one. Maybe you don't have that one. Then you work on that one thing, because everybody in this entire world, I believe, has one good thing. At least one good thing. At least. If not more.
So because again, when we say about there is a good thing of having a professional career, and this is why you're here with your expertise. What did you find different while you are employed by let's say, a local company, and it's different in an international firm?
It's the freedom, I think.
Unpack that, please.
So it's all about state of mind, people. People, I felt, I might be wrong as well, but the circle I was moving into it, with multinationals, they give you more opportunities. They listen to you more.
Okay.
Your point of view, and they give you a chance. This is what I felt. Again, there are opportunities in obviously local companies
of course,
as well. It's not a generalization. It's just
Absolutely.
that I was a bit lucky, and I found something different, that it's your opinion is quite valuable, as I felt.
I have two of my brother works with international companies, and I could see the different mindset, approach, managing their expectations. This is one of the things, and know what they need to do. And this is something that I want you to highlight it here in this episode. If your aim is to attract or being employed by an international company, what skills you need to adapt or learn?
You have to be brave. You have to show commitment.
Okay.
You have to show willingness to work anytime. Again, it's how you show your commitment. It's been valued by multinationals as well. I'm not saying, again, local companies do it as well. They do it pretty well in many segments.
They improved for the last 10 years.
Because of the fact that the influx of international companies has given that exposure.
Yes.
To all these local companies as well, and I think they are doing pretty good as well. It's all about it's about the mindset. It's not about international company or a local company. It's wherever you want to get yourself successful, you have to be willing to do the extra mile.
If I will summarize it, from all what you have said, is basically you worked in your branding yourself.
Absolutely. You brand yourself in a way that you are honest to yourself first, and then honest to others as well. So once you have achieved that level of being truthful for everything you say, again, if you cannot put everything straightforward in this world as it is, but you have to be very honest in what you feel about things. If you end up in doing that, I think you will be successful, whether it's a multinational or a local insurance company. It's just
A respectful of the industry. We are
Yeah.
taking it because the listeners, they come from a different
Yeah.
walk of life. So for this reason, a lot of people, they think that branding themselves is only really putting a nice profile picture in whatever social media things that attract HR or attract recruiters. But really the branding itself, the core of the branding, of the skills or the habits, this is something that really
Yeah, exactly. So it's not about putting a picture or having a title. I mean, I've never believed in titles, but if and that trust comes not just on the first day. You build up that your brand. I mean, all these international brands. If you talk about any big brands, they did not became number one on day one.
No, some
It
of them
takes
100 years.
hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It takes time. So you have to build up that brand about your personality.
Yeah.
But how do you do that? You do it with your consistent approach on dealing, how you deal with people,
Yes.
how you present yourself, how you're presenting, as what information you are giving out to them, how much support you are giving it to them. Slowly and gradually, all those people who are in your professional circles start to become your friends. And in any business, the relationships really, really count. If you have a good relationships, you can do anything you want.